go back to China. Well, last month, I visited Radon Lincoln for Virginia High School state debate competition. Something happened the night before. When my friend and I were coming back from Taco Bell back to the hotel, a car drove past us and shouted something at me. I didn't pick up right away, but after a few seconds, I realized what she meant. She meant, go back to China. Wow. My first reaction was actually not angry, as you guys might expect. It was confusion. Why didn't she say that way? Why did she say that? Why didn't she pull up the car and tell me why she felt that way? But instead, she didn't. She drove away, so there was no dialogue, there's no conversation, there's no exchange. So nothing happened at all. Well, I have been doing congressional debate for 2 years now. Usually in competition, if we provide a claim without any evidence, call that a nay, which means a no in competitions. You see, we live in an era that is increasingly afraid of conflicts. I can name online arguments like these. I don't like your lies. Guess what? I hate you. You shouldn't hate it. Not like that. I mean actual arguments where we have to listen and think. People tend to avoid arguments and more cautious and carefully and about when we're how to express those opinions. Because of the possibility of losing a friend, missing opportunities, and also it takes a lot of energy to do so, to listen to me. So, but now I have the questions. You don't have to answer it, just think about it. How do perspective improve? How do we find solutions? Well, solution can be only found through dialogues. Perspective can only improve the challenges. Now let's take a problem. So today, I have a proposal. Everyone should participate in debate, in a formal debate competition once in their lifetime. And here is 3 benefits. First, debate helps you think differently. In college law, a type of debate exists in VHSL. Computer could be randomly assigned to either affirmative or negative side on the day they compete. So they could be personally disagree with the position they're in, but they're still required to provide evidence, reasoning, and logical framework to support their positions. And then because on the day they compete, they really have to understand both sides and get to win the game, right? For me, during the preparation process, I found myself beginning to understand the opposing side. Not because I got convinced or switched my stance, but because I understand that that's how their logic originated. Additionally, I conducted a small informal survey asking over 50 debaters in Virginia, and among 87% of them believe that through competitions, they found themselves better and easier to understand different perspectives. Open mind, guys. Second, debate helps you distinguish between attacking you as a person and attacking your arguments. And that's a huge issue in real life. When people disagree with us, we often feel offended, rejected, or attacked. But that's not true. In debate, the rule is clear. I simply just challenging your idea, your evidence, and your reasoning, not you as a person. Being challenged is normal, but after the game, we can still both get peace up together. As a real debater, here's my evidence. Again, cook out. Your point doesn't necessarily represent you most of the time. Your quality, for me, I take simple. I like to call myself a funny person sometimes. Humorous. Third, debate helps you see the middle ground. Some of you out there might believe that debate competition is two-side argument. One side is right, the other side must be wrong. But that's not true. Most of the time, the issues is more complex than we thought. in my experience, from what I noticed is the best debater in the house are not the loudest one who screams at you, but the one who asks. This could be true, but what if the situation is different? And that is the biggest difference between debate competition and just arguing. Debate is more organized. That requires both sides to think and listen. Listening is key to solution thinking. So look at this. Without listening, without understanding each other, you and Liang might just hate on each other forever. That's not good. I asked our speech and debate coach, Ms. Longworth, who have been coaching for 8 years now, about her opinions upon my topic. Here's what she told me. Through speech and debate competition, students usually find their own voice and the right to speak up. And I totally agree with her because the gift these 2 years gives me is helping me to realize one important thing. The world needed us to speak up. We need to find the color that exists between black and white. Or just like this, you and Liang just looking at each other. So, here's my takeaways. It's actually not hard to start or participate in a debate competition. For students, you can join your local speech and debate teams, like Greenbridge as an example. You can compete. You don't have to just jump in right away. You can participate in practice or watch a few games and then jump in. For adults, there's plenty of opportunity out there for you guys as well. You can participate in the debate competition by judging. You can watch both sides, explore the issues. Even better, right? So, just do it. Just do it, just do it. Thank you. I wanted to introduce a beautiful girl, Emily Bowman.